Children, now following are questions which are directly not, we cannot observe them as to be solved by a partial fraction. It's only after some substitution that we will observe that they will take up the form where we can apply partial fractions to it. Okay, like in the 16th one, that was the expression integrating 1 upon x, x to the power of n plus 1. अब इसको देख के ये complicated portion है हमारा. Okay, so if you put this one as t and try to simplify. If you put x to the power of n as t, differentiating, this will become n x to the power of n minus 1 dx is equal to dt. So if we want to introduce this derivative, because unless we have the derivative we cannot do substitution. So I have multiplied this by x to the power of n minus 1 जो मेरे derivative में आया था. Rather n x to the power of n minus 1 will be multiplied here, so will also be divided. So 1 by n constant था, outside integral sign आ गया है, and 1x was already there. X to the power of n minus 1 together will make this x to the power of n here now. This x will change to x to the power of n. Now here we see we had said x to the power of n as t. So the factors in the denominator become t plus 1. This is now two linear factors in denominator. Now we can split it easily to partial fractions. Okay. So we would say these linear factors can be written as a upon t plus b upon t plus 1. Then that same technique, 1 by 1 equating to 0, we find the unknown constants a and b. So your numerator of t is coming as 1, of t plus 1 is coming as minus 1. So we can split this as sum of these two fractions. Alright, then this is also in integrable form, log of t, and this one as well. Okay, so putting back value of t, which was x to the power of n, and the one with positive sign it comes in numerator, with negative sign will come in the denominator. Log of a minus log of b becomes log of a by b. So that is your answer here. For the 17th one, children, see they've already given you that hint. If not given, then also that much strikes you. We know that every sine's derivative is cos, every cos derivative is sine. So we've had questions like this earlier also. Okay, so looking at this, we know कि denominator wala factor, that is sin x, if we put as t, then this cos x would be used in its dt. Okay, so I think you'll manage this. This will come as cos x dx would be replaced by dt. So it will become simply dt upon 1 minus t, 2 minus t. And then you can split it to its partial fractions further. Okay, then next is your 18th one. Now this example is important here, children. Must have come across such questions and examples as well. So what are we observing here? We have x square plus 1, x square plus 2, x square plus 3, x square plus 4. So we have to do it by splitting to partial fractions, but ये square form में अगर हम करेंगे तो it will become very complicated. Expression will be too huge for us, and also दो क्वाड्रेटिक होंगे तो इसको वी नो इन क्वाड्रेटिक फॉर्म लीनियर न्यूमरेटर लेना पड़ता है, सो इट विल बिकम वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. ओके, सो व्हाट आर वी डूइंग हियर इज फर्स्ट वी आर breaking this by putting this whole, everywhere there is x square, we are assuming that x square as a variable, say y, so that this expression becomes simpler to write. We can write this expression then as y plus 1 y plus 2 upon y plus 3 y plus 4. Now this portion we will see, and we'll split this into its partial fractions first. Okay, so degree equal है, 2 here variable, so equal degree होती है तो we need to take out the whole part. So we have multiplied these two binomials. This is what it is becoming. This, okay, y square, y plus 2y, 3y and plus 2, okay, upon likewise multiplying here. Now degree बराबर थी तो हमें division करना पड़ेगा. Okay, so I've done it by short division by trick. If you don't understand that, you can also do it by proper division, long division. Okay, this upon this, and then you can take out the whole part. So मुझे यहाँ दिख रहा था कि y square matches up, and 7y का यहाँ 3y है. 4 more y's are required. For 12, 2 already there, 10 more is required. So I've done that, adding 10 plus 4y. Now if I add this 10 plus 4y on my own, I have also got to subtract it for the balance. Okay, so this 10 plus 2 becomes 12 now. 4 plus 3 becomes 7y. This whole factor cancels out this, तो ये 1 times हमारा निकल गया है. Okay, वो division से भी आपका ये सीधे ऐसे आ सकता है, और I have done it by trick. Okay, so this is your whole 1, and then minus remainder would be this whole thing. अब इस remainder से भी I have taken out minus 2 common further, so that ये जितना छोटा होगा हमारे calculations उतने fast and easy होते हैं. So from 4y and 10, 2 was coming common, so I have taken that minus 2 common. Now I am just splitting this portion that is 2y plus 5 upon y plus 3 and y plus 4 into its partial fraction as a upon y plus 3 plus b upon y plus 4. You know further what has to be done, cross multiplying. Then once putting y as minus 4, you're finding value of b. Putting y as minus 3, will be able to find value of a. Okay, hence we would say, now back to the question. This was our expression. We had to integrate this big expression which we have simplified and seen that uska whole part हमारा आ रहा है 1. So integration of 1 dx, and इसको भी अगर हमने करा था further 2 partial fractions में, so एक का a came out to be -1 times, means y plus 3 वाला denominator जो था हमारा, तो y was x square, so x square plus 3 वाला denominator -1 times था, and यहाँ पे -2 already था. Okay, so -2 into -1 makes it plus of 2 times this. Then minus of 2 further into next आपका आया था 3. So this becomes minus of 3 2s are 6 times the other denominator, which was y plus 4, and y was actually x square. Okay, now keep it in mind here, ये जो हमने यहाँ पे y लिया था children, ये हमने integration में substitution नहीं किया. There are two things. The next example we will see, we will do a substitution with integration. Okay, we will solve the integration by substitution. Here I have just done this for algebraic calculation. This substitution was for algebraic calculation. Okay, so इसमें we'll have to get back to x first before we start integrating. So यहाँ पे that's why I'm not using y now. I'm using putting the value of y as x square, and all these are integrable forms. I know integral of 1 will come out to be x, and this is tan inverse form, x square plus a square root 3 square. So 1 upon a tan inverse x upon a. So 2 upon root 3 tan inverse x upon root 3. Then integration of this, that is 1 upon 2 tan inverse of x upon 2. 2 square ho jayega. Okay, so that 2 is cancelling out, and hence this becomes your answer. Okay, so these two things you have to observe in these type of expression. These type of questions are important. इसमें बच्चे का भी confusion कर देते हैं. Here you have to make sure कि यहाँ पे आपके पास x dx नहीं था, इसका derivative नहीं था, तो आप ये integration में substitution नहीं कर रहे हो. आप ये खाली अपने algebraic calculation simplification के लिए यहाँ पे आपने x square को y रखा था. तो ये after you have split, you have broken up this whole expression, you will put back x, and then you will start your integration as per the expression comes out to be. Okay, then now in this next example, C is different. Here we had x square plus 1, x square plus 3 in denominator, yes, but we also had a 2x dx. So x square के derivative में x आता है. यहाँ जब substitution हो रहा है, ये integration में हो रहा है ये substitution. Okay, now we are solving the integration by substitution. There we did the substitution just for splitting to partial fraction. The two questions are different. Observe them carefully. So here if you put x square as t, you will differentiate also. So 2x dx will be replaced by dt. So ये आपका पूरा integration में, that is why I have written the integration sign also here. Previous वाले में मैंने integration नहीं लिखा था when I was splitting. Okay. Now, okay, so this becomes whole dt upon t plus 1. अब ये linear factors आ गए. अब इसको आप partial fraction में करोगे. I haven't shown that. I've cut it short straight away. You can try when you're splitting this to partial fractions. आपका ये half and minus half आ रहे हैं coefficients. Okay, so then this is log form straight away. And now you'll put back value of t. Now after integration, you will put back value in the answer. क्योंकि हमने ये substitution integration के within किया था. Okay, तो इसका integration ऐसे ही आएगा. So that's your answer. I hope you've got it. Okay, now see 20th one I haven't solved here for you because I guess you will be able to solve it yourself children, because I've already done one example. अभी हमने करा था यहाँ पे 16th वाला. Same trick we are applying here. वहाँ पे x to the power of n दिया था, यहाँ पे n is mentioned as 4. So सेम ट्रिक वहाँ हमने क्या करा था कि 4 का n के डेरिवेटिव में x टू द पावर ऑफ n माइनस 1 आता है, तो n माइनस 1 से मैंने मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया था. तो हियर आई हैव मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 4x cube because x to the power of, my idea is to make this simpler na, so I am going to keep x to the power of 4 as t, so its derivative 4x cube dx would be replaced by dt. तो यहाँ पे हमने 4x cube से multiply as well as divide कर दिया है, तो ये 4 and 4 balance, and x cube upon x to the power of 4 gives you, यहाँ पे था 1 by x. Okay, so x cube into x has made this x to the power of 4. Now you'll put this as t, so t minus 1, फिर उसको split कर लोगे, and then you will integrate it. Okay, now 21st also they've given you the hint, put e to the power of x as t. Otherwise we can introduce we can have the idea of introducing the derivative straight away. okay, because if you have e to the power of x minus 1, obviously it strikes us कि हमें ये t रखना पड़ेगा, and अगर हम ये t रखेंगे, derivative of e to the power of x is e to the power of x, तो वो हमारे पास है नहीं, तो हमें वो put up करना पड़ेगा to be able to do the substitution. Hence I have multiplied and divided it by e to the power of x, this expression. Okay, now I would put my e to the power of x as t, then e to the power of x dx would be replaced by dt. So this becomes dt upon t minus 1. Rest is for you girls to do, because you know. Now a upon t plus b upon t minus 1, find your a's and b's and integrate it accordingly. Log pog आ जाएगा कुछ भी, plus minus. Alright, then 22nd is also likewise simpler children. सीधे आपको splitting करके match up करना है. So you can check it yourself. Okay, nothing difficult about that one. And 23rd. In 23rd children, this is simple, bit confusing, but because इसको बच्चे सीधे पार्शियल फ्रैक्शन से भी करने की कोशिश कर सकते हैं. वाई? बिकॉज आपको ऑलरेडी क्वाड्रेटिक फॉर्म का भी पता है. तो यू कैन, वन माइट राइट दिस एज a अपॉन एक्स प्लस बी एक्स प्लस सी अपॉन एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 1. आप उस फॉर्म से कर सकते हो. ओके, बट देन अगर वैसे आप करोगे तो इसमें tan इनवर्स फॉर्म आना चाहिए. ये जो एक्सप्रेशन है ये tan इनवर्स को करस्पॉन्ड कर रहा है. नाउ इफ यू सी द ऑप्शंस आउट हियर, द ऑप्शंस दैट आर गिवन टू यू, इनमें किसी में भी tan इनवर्स नहीं है. ओके, सो वी नीड टू थिंक कि इसमें tan इनवर्स तो लाना नहीं है, तो आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू डू इट दैट वे. सो व्हाट एल्स? That what else is again introducing the derivative as we were doing in rest of the question. I already have x square here, so x square का derivative में x आता है, तो वो x अगेन आपको यहाँ मल्टीप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. ओके, और रादर आई शुड से एक्स स्क्वायर का डेरिवेटिव होता है पूरा 2x dx, तो ये 2x मैंने पूरा यहाँ मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया, सो दैट आई गेट द डेरिवेटिव एंड आई कैन डू सब्स्टिट्यूशन. नाउ इफ आई मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 2x, आई विल ऑल्सो हैव टू डिवाइड इट बाय 2x, सो दैट हाफ स्केलर कम्स आउट. एक x ऑलरेडी था, वन मोर x हैज मेड दिस x स्क्वायर. Now we can put this x square as t, so that again 2x dx जो हमने introduce किया था will be replaced by dt, and the expression reduces, becomes simpler like this. Now you can split this into partial fractions. Again I have cut it short. Okay, I remember the partial fractions of this comes out to be this. Okay, 1 upon t minus 1 upon t plus 1. Otherwise you can check it a and b लेके. So integration would become half integration of 1 upon t minus half integration of 1 upon t plus 1. So दोनों log forms आ गई. अब आपका रिजल्ट में दोनों log थे, आपको दिख रहा था all four options में log 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 आ रहा था, right? तो अगर आप इसको डायरेक्ट करते तो यहाँ पे tan inverse form आता, which was not part of our answer. Okay, तो multiple choice है, तो we don't have a choice to express the answer as per our pleasure. We have to match it up with as they have given us. Okay, so again now हाफ कैन बी टेकन कॉमन एंड वी कैन कॉमन लेके यहाँ पे कोई फ़ायदा नहीं है क्योंकि फॉर्म्स डिफरेंट आने वाली हैं. यहाँ कैंसिल हो जा रहा है आपका वैसा रिजल्ट, कोई मर्ज्ड रिजल्ट था नहीं. अगेन एज आई एम सेइंग मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन है, तो हमें इनसे मैचअप करना है विद दिस ऑप्शन. तो यूजुअली हम हाफ कॉमन ले लेते हैं, यहाँ पे नहीं लेंगे क्योंकि हमें रिजल्ट वैसे नहीं गिवन है. सो आई हैव रिटन पुट बैक वैल्यू ऑफ टी, सो दिस बिकम्स हाफ ऑफ लॉग एक्स स्क्वायर. नाउ बाय पावर रूल दिस 2 log x to the power of n becomes n log x, तो ये 2 आगे आ जाएगा, 2 and half बैलेंस होके दिस रिड्यूसेस टू ओनली log x माइनस हाफ. ये एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 1 है, तो इसमें हम और कुछ कर नहीं सकते हैं. दिस हैज़ टू बी लेफ्ट एज इट इज, एंड दिस इज मैचिंग अप विद योर ऑप्शन ए गिवन टू यू. So A would become your right option. All right. So complete this exercise.